there. We're going to go over the liquid feedback OFX from Academy VFX today. And by the time we're done, we're going to go through every single one of these parameters and discuss what each and every single one of them do, and you'll have a very good idea of how you can use these. The first thing you should know is that there's lots of presets. So you can just go through these presets pretty easily. So that this one is, let's start it over from 0. So this is what this one looks like. This is very much like the old Quantel effect from the 80s, the Quantel and the CVI machine from the 80s. And here's another relatively simple effect. This is just a freeze and update. So basically, it's a collection of freeze frames that never go away. Next, we have this smoky one where everything turns into smoke. And this one, rainbow oil slick. Okay, there's lots of presets. You can do all kinds of, right out of the box, you can have all kinds of, nice looking or interesting looking effects. I don't know, that one's that interesting. Okay, but let's go back to the beginning here, and let's start from scratch. I'm going to delete the clip and put it back on the timeline. So this is what this clip looks like. Notice that it's shot over black, which is for some situations kind of important, particularly if you don't have Magic Mask. If you have the paid version of Resolve, you get Magic Mask, which we'll use today, but I will show you how to use this without Magic Mask for people who have the free version. Okay, so let's go into the color page, and I'm going to add a node and do our Magic Mask quickly. So there's our mat. Looks good enough for our purposes today. There's some little problems with it, but it'll be fine for what we're doing today. So with our mat prepared, we'll go over here to the effects bin here, and we will type in, and you can type in AVFX and see all of the OFXs from Academy VFX, or you can type in liquid and see just this one here. Drop it on your node. Now you see how it looks a little weird here because we don't have a mask put into it, so it's using an internal luminance here, and we'll go over that a little later. But we do have a Magic Mask, so you take the blue tab and put it into both the green and the blue of the second input, and then you're good to go. And the default effect looks like this, which is basically a strobe update. So it basically keeps adding freezes to the background. Okay. So let's discuss that a little bit. Let's discuss the strobe interval here. So it's currently set to 8. So every 8 frames, it adds another image. If we set this to 1, every single frame adds an image, and you get these longer, closer trails. If I set it to 24, you get about 1 per second. Now let's talk about feedback amount, this parameter up here. The way that this OFX works is it keeps stamping the image into the background, and this makes, if you take this off of 1, just under 1, it makes those stamps slowly fade away. So it basically fades out the stamps as they get stamped on there. So the new ones are bright and the old ones become dim. And the farther away from 1 you get, the shorter the trails get. Okay, if you leave it at 1, trails last forever. Let's look at the zoom. If you set the zoom positive, again, small numbers do a lot of work here. It comes and zooms towards you. If you set it the other way, the trails all zoom away. Same thing with rotation. Set some rotation, all the trails spin. Okay, I'm going to turn these off. And if we hit Shift X, everything moves either in the positive direction or perhaps the negative direction. Same thing with Shift Y. It's exactly what you would expect. And Hue Shift rotates the hue on the stamps. So let's take this a little bit off of 1. And this is, and the saturation boost adds more chroma. This is the sort of effect that was very popular in the 80s with Quantel machines and CVI machines. It was in a famous Michael Jackson 5 video and a famous Earth, Wind and Fire video where they used this quite a bit. And if you add blur, the trails blur as they age. Okay, that's most of the important effects in this group, the Quantel CVI feedback group. Okay, let's call that part 1 done. I'll come back in part 2 where we get to the interesting part, the swirl section.